Namaskaram friends. So in this video I am going to talk about another dimension of spirituality, and today I am going to talk about look in a very depth of your mechanism. Look in a very much depth of your mechanism. When you see anything in this world, anything in terms of physicality, we know that in terms of creation, in terms of happening, in terms of existence, we know that we are living in an existence, in a happening. If a question is coming in our mind, which number of existence is this in which we are living? So generally I found it from videos, from textbook, and from talking to people. They said that we are living in the 84th creation. We are living in the 84th creation means before that 83 age happened, and what is the future of it means till now how much these types of creation are going to happen in the future. So people say that total 114 creation, we are living in 84th. Before the first creation, and there is a types of a dark energy, we called it mostly dominated by non-physicality, and after the end of this creation there is also a dark energy mostly dominated by non-physicality. So if question come in our mind, what is the physicality, what is the non-physicality, in which existence we are living? So before the first existence, black energy, or you can say dark energy which is dominated by non-physicality. After the last creation there is a dark energy which is dominated by non-physicality. Currently we are living in the 84th creation, and before the 84th creation 83 are happened, and after the 84th creation remaining 140 minus 84, that means remaining 13 are going to happen. So these are the nature of the creation, and we know that as for scientists they said that we are living in the universe which is 13.8 billion years old. That means, and remaining 10 billion is left for its ending. That means roughly 25 billion years is a life, average life of a existence is 25 billion years. It may vary from existence to existence. May the first existence live a shorter or longer than the second creation. We have no data regarding it. So it is a very, you can say, unique, or you can say it is a very astonishing for us that we see different types of things. We see birds, we see plants, we see architecture, we see different types of things. So it is made mostly, whatever we see in physicality is first made by the nature, second made by the human being. That means, for example, tree made by the nature, human being made by the nature, architecture made by the human being. So basically if we summarize the whole topic, first creator made the human being, and then human being made the other things. For example, let us say creator made us, we made architecture. So creator, human being, and architecture, or you can say machine, very simple. Creator created us as a most sophisticated machine, and using that machine we make robot. So creator, human being, and robot, all three are very much related, because we say that robots are made by the machine, but who made the robot? Human being. And who made the human being? Creator. So ultimately, indirectly, who made the robot is the creator, because mind or whatever types of mechanism given to you is by the creator. So the whole authority is of a creator. That's why there are, whatever discovery we find, whatever we found, there is a mystery associated with each and everything. We do not know currently about an atom in its entirety. Whatever we see, like COVID, in coronavirus, these types of viruses, such a small virus which is invisible, when we look into its, you can say, gene, we say that we can fight with it, because any a bacteria have a capability of fighting with that COVID virus. That's why we make the vaccine using different techniques. That means whatever we make, we learn this technique from the nature. That means nature is the ultimate authority, but we do not recognize it. Many people suffer in their mind, or you can say many people live in their mind, because they do not recognize the magnanimity, or you can say mystery, or mystical dimension of the existence, mystical dimension of the creator. Everything, whatever you see, even you see just a flower. Flower is a pinnacle of a life cycle of a flower plant. That means when you sow a seed using the 5 elements of existence, and some time it grow into a plant, and after, when a plant grow in its full potential, then they produce a flower, and that, you can say, bud, then that bud flower and blossom and become a flower. That means flower is the pinnacle of life cycle. In this manner also human being are the pinnacle of the evolution. Whatever evolution take place, human being are the pinnacle of it. There are many things going on, this evolve, that evolve, but human being are the pinnacle of the evolution. So we have to enjoy the fruit of, you can say, topmost, most sophisticated complex mechanism, and we use this mechanism to understand other things. it is very important. We have to use our mechanism to understand other things. For example, even just pay attention on the flower, on a leaf, on a tree, on a stone, on a river, on a mountain, different types of scenery, different types of grass form, land form, architecture. Everywhere you see a very, you can say, mystical pattern. Observe. Just see at a tree. We sow a seed. That seed, using 5 elements of existence, and sometime they grow into a plant. Different types of plant. Currently, we know that we have 8.4 million different types of existing in this creation. Before that creation, how many are existing? We do not have a data, but of course, it is evolving. So it is a less number of species are living in the you can say past creation, because we evolving so different in terms of complexity. Maybe its number is large but complexity is less, or maybe its number is currently its number is less but complexity is large. Evolution take place, and in the same manner evolution in human being is also take place. You can say just 10,000 years ago we start domestication. Before that we just live a nomadic life, and we are very much connected with the nature for each and everything, for fruit, for shelter, for cloth, for everything we are dependent on the nature. Currently we are also dependent on the nature, but in an indirect manner. We do not have a direct contact with the nature. That's why we forgot the importance of nature. Currently tribal people are very much close to the nature, because their fruit, their shelter, their cloth, everything come from the nature, and if we destroy that nature, tribal people suffer a lot. That's why there are many protests going on in the whole world, in every area where tribal people are living, because there is a conflict between development and environment. Tribal people try to save the environment, develop, you can say, urban people, or you can say advanced people try to cut the tree and make buildings. So we have to make a balance between development and environment, because both are important. Without development we do not express our ideas or make machine which you can ease our life and do what we want to do. For example, let's say if we are not developed, we are not make machine, so human being done every task, be it writing, be it memorizing, be it driving, or you can say walking, everything we dependent on human being. But nowadays, by making different types of application, different types of technology, we come to a point where each and every human being eat properly, sleep properly, work properly, and utilize their mind or use their mind for its full potential, for its task. But due to many other factors, but you can say due to greed or due to not paying attention, not being conscious, we are creating war in different region. You can say cold war, regional war, and as well as world wars. So it is very important that we have to understand we are just one life form on this planet Earth. There are other remaining 8.4 billion life forms are present in this creation. We have nature take care of each and everyone, but we destroying it. We cutting tree, we kill animals, we do, you can say, without any thinking, we do whatever we want. But we have to understand the mystery of the creation. What is, see, when you look at the earth, just for example look at the earth, what a beautiful life planet it is. What a beautiful life planet it is. It is called a blue planet. Okay, because there are more than 70% of water is present on planet Earth, and water is the key source of life form on planet Earth. Okay, we called as a green planet because very beautiful trees, very beautiful plants are situated here, and they do photosynthesis. That's why this planet, some part of this planet look like a green planet. We called is a life planet because only on this planet that much of diverse life is found. Okay, so if we just pay attention on planet Earth or who made it, we are just become astonishing. It just become wonderful. It just become, you can say, mesmerizing, that who made it and how it is function. How it is function. A blue planet revolving around the sun, rotating on its axis. Moon is rotating, you can say, revolving around the Earth and rotating on its axis, and these three big giants, these three big space objects are functioning in sync with each other, and these stars, these planets, these satellites make a whole solar system, and that whole solar system is fall under a galaxy. The galaxy is fall under a galaxy cluster. That galaxy cluster is fall under a supercluster, and this supercluster is a part of the 0.5% of the star which is present in the normal matter. That means in terms of its functioning, it is complex, it is huge, it is mesmerizing, but in terms of its area wise, or in terms of how much area it capture to do its function, it is very minuscule, it is very minuscule. So through this we have to understand the magnanimity of existence. A term infinite come, how? Because people do not comprehend where it begin, where it end. So they just introduce a term called infinite. That means it has no beginning, no end. You cannot comprehend using your mind till how much extent it gone. That's why you use the term infinite, because we do not know from where the creation started and where it is going to end. Many people understand in first creation happen, last creation happen, but where it is happen, what is the importance of time, what is the importance of space. Each and every question is connected with each other. If you solve one problem, another question arises. If you solve one problem, another question arises. But if we try to stop arising question and try to experience each and everything, meditation is the only tool. Meditation is the only tool, because it open each and every dimension of your mind. It should open each and every dimension of your mind. And when all the strings are open in your mind, or you can say if every string of mind is open, then it can download data from the creation, from the existence, what is happening there, and using that data we understand the mystery, the mystical dimension or the magnanimity of this creation, and we are capable of solving this problem in this life only. Because there are many questions with, just pay attention on your life, infinite number of questions arises. From where we born, why we born, how we born, what is the purpose of our life, when it is going to end, what is after the end of our life, how these types of function, why these types of, you can say, figure or physicality is given by the creator to us, what is the meaning of it, okay, what is whatever we are doing in our life, how we do it better, who made us, okay, who made us, why made us, okay, what is its purpose in this world, whatever we do, it is good or not, why we are just born in this area, why not other area, why on planet Earth, why not on other area, where it started, where it is going to end, who take charge of our life. People say on many occasions, or you can say in many books I read, people say you are the creator of this whole creation, you have to just realize it, experience it. Because we know that whatever we do, first the idea of doing that thing is coming in your mind. That means there is someone who put that idea in our mind, and we analyze that idea, you can say process that idea and do our task. That means, and we know that life form is present within us. Without, when it gone, people are dead, when it enter, people are born. So this is the mystery of cycle. When a life form, or people call, or a soul, or you can say spirit, when it enter into a womb of a mother, a child is born. When it exit, you can say male, female, transgender, whatever it is, human beings are going to die. So this is the magic of life. It function its role through our mechanism. So our mechanism is just a body. Life is a driver of this. Life is a driver of this mechanism, and they drive it. But if you take charge of the driver's seat, and you take charge of driver's seat and drive your vehicle wherever you want, that means it is your responsibility. You go to a good place or bad place, you have a good ride or a bad ride, you have an accident or not. But many of the time people just try to sit on a back seat and take the charge of a driver to other guy, to other people, and then they suffer. Because when you give the driver's seat or in charge of your body to other human being, they drive that vehicle with the whims and fancies of their own. Wherever they want to go, wherever he or she want to go, they go. It is not completely in your control. Maybe you say go there and do not go there. If it you can say follow your you can say order, then it go. But most of the time it not. Most of the time it not. You want to do something else, he or she or want to do something else. So we have to take charge of each and every cell of our body in our hand. Whatever is happening in our body, in our mind, in our experience, in our meditation, in our task, we have to take charge of each and everything. And also take responsibility of everything. Not that if good things happen, we say we are doing, and if bad things happen, we give this blame to other human being. No, everything. If you take charge of everything, for its failure, for its success, and you on every time try to understand your mechanism, try to understand the creator's creation, try to understand what is happening in this creation, then all other dimension of your mind is automatically open, because everything is just a loose string, everything is just open in your mind. You have to just capture a data, and for capturing data, meditation, attention and dedication is required. Meditation, attention and dedication, these are three key important points. These three are required. Without it your mind is not capable of capturing and downloading the data of the whole existence, and we suffer a lot. Okay, so this is very important. In every video I focus on our mechanism, because we know that whatever we do, whatever I tell, whatever you hear, whatever you see through your five senses, through your, you can say, through your body, through your mechanism, you got it in a better way only when you experience. Okay, see, you are a poor people, you are a rich people, you are living in that region or this region, you are a night person or day person, whatever quality it is, but in your life you spend so much time with you only, not with any other person. When you are when life form is enter into your mechanism, you are aware of it. Many people are aware of it. Maybe they are not conscious, but they are aware of it. That means most of the time in your life are spent by you, with you. Okay, so if you aware each and every moment, so when you born, before you are born, when you dead, after you dead, in this life form, whatever you are doing, every types of data is collected in your mind. You have to just pay attention, and wherever you think it is not good for your mechanism, not good for your life, not good for the well-being of the society, for the nation, for the world, you have to just change that path, because this is the sign, this is a sign by the creator to you that you have to change your path, not just stick to that path and go on. If you know that it is wrong, just change it. Sometimes it require a very hard push, sometimes it's quite a very soft push, sometimes it may take your life, but you have to do that thing, because the whole purpose, what I understand till now, the whole purpose of our life is live a full-fledged life, not a mediocre life, because you are the peak of the evolution. If you live a mediocre life, it is a crime, it is a crime against life, because you have the responsibility to understand the mystery of the creation, spread this knowledge in the whole world. People who are conscious or not conscious, you have to point it out and spread this awareness, whatever mechanism is, whatever you can say medium it takes. That's why I choose recording this video every day in the morning. Earlier I choose this, earlier I, you can say, want to do this, but there are some problem, there are some very genuine problem due to which I am not capable of doing it. But now whatever weather it is, whatever climate it is, I try to record a video if it is not as much urgent. If it is if any emergency come, I record it in the night, but every day I recorded a video on it, so that whatever I have, because see, if we understand the mystery of time now, if you understand the mystery of time, we are just moving, we are at every time, we are just living a moment. We do not know at next moment what is going to happen. We are live or die. Okay, so if we try to postpone our thing, a time comes where we are not, where we do not have a time, and whatever we have, we are not deliver it in a full potential manner. That's why I try to, wherever I got time, I try to record this video, upload on YouTube, so that large number of people who are not till now not able to understand the very mystical dimension of the life, very mystical dimension of the existence, try to use it for their source and gain some perspective, some idea of it. The main purpose of recording this video, whatever I have, whatever I experience, I try to said to the people who are living in the world through this medium. There are many other medium, but I found this medium a good way, because in this medium I talk, it is my experience. We know that experience of each and every human being is different. Experience of each and every human, what I experience, maybe some other people not experience it, maybe in the same atmosphere, maybe in the same, you can say, contemporary period, but experience of two individuals are not same. That's why if each and every human, whatever they got through experience, not just by reading, by talking, but experience, if you experience something, and when you said to the world through whatever medium you take, I take that medium, then we have a data about the experience of the human being, and by using that data we derive at a conclusion where we are capable of knowing the mystical dimension of our mind, because our mind have many dimensions. Some people you can say explore some dimensions, some people explore some dimension, but all people are not capable of exploring all the dimensions. Some are who are very rare. So if we just collect the data and analyze that data, then we come to a point where we are capable of understanding what is the dimensions of human being, how it is function, in which region how it is function, in which area how it is function, at which time period, that means at which age, in which region, and which gender, of course it is also important, it function. Okay, so we have an enormous amount of data. So we have to understand the importance of saying anything. Let's say people see, there are many other mechanisms also, not just saying anything. Many people are not just say a word, but just by sitting near about it, or just by you can say experiencing them wherever you are, we are capable of knowing what they want to tell you through other mechanism. Okay, when you are in meditative state, whole you can say creation become a part of you, and whatever is happening in the creation is you experience in your mechanism. So if people who try to tell their you can say knowledge, or try to tell their experiences just by sitting, not doing anything, you are capable of experiencing it. Because many people, I see many people who are not just say a word, not you can say do even a task, but they propagate their knowledge through other medium just by their presence. So there are many mechanisms, just by sitting, just you can say through your talk, through your act, through your work, there are many ways through which you can deliver your experience to the world, and it is very important. It is very important because we are the pinnacle of life form. Other life form must take motivation from us, must take guidance from us, not you can say our bad behaviors, not our you can say unconscious things. Okay, so we have to become a guider for other life form, and if we experience and open the dimension of mind which are not yet explored, other people must take benefit of it, because we know that we have a limited amount of time, limited amount of energy. In this creation we are just a minuscule. In terms of life form also we are minuscule, because there are 8.4 billion species, and in these number of species we are just human being. But our in terms of complexity, in terms of sophistications, we are very very far away from any other life form. So we have to understand it, enjoy it, and use this complexity, this sophistication for our well-being, for the well-being of the people, for the well-being of society, for the well-being of the world, for the well-being of the nation, and also for the well-being of other life forms. Okay, not just cut tree. See, when there are large number of tree and development activities going on, we just try to make a survey and understand which proportion of trees present there, which proportion of trees not, and if it is on a you can say on a much good amount of trees are present there, we may cut some tree, there is no issue. But if it is in a scarce position, if it is in a limited position, then we cut, it is very threatening for our life, because everything is connected. We have to understand the rule of nature, we have to understand the rule of nature, how we cut it, why we cut it, and why we not cut it. At some places it is important that we cut it and start our development project, but at many places not. Many religious places, many spiritual places, many you can say tourist places are made in such a manner that there a very less development is required. You have to preserve nature, you have to preserve architecture, but less development. If you try to do more development in that area for attracting tourists, that place lost its uniqueness, and it is happening in the whole world. On the name of tourism, on the name of economy, people try to interfere with the core of the nature's creation, and that's why they suffer. Okay, earthquake, tsunami, drought, flood, these are natural phenomena. We have to understand it, because these are natural phenomena. We have to solve this problem by not making our homes near earthquake prone area. We are not making our home near you can say coastal area. We are not much people are not living in desert, because desert is a very scarce resource, very few types of life form are present there. So the important point is people have to pay attention on it. There are many dimensions in the world, there are many dimensions in it, but the core of it is human being want to live a full-fledged life, and for that they do what they know till now, whatever they explore till now. And many people like science and technology, the area where people make machine to ease our life. Making food is other area where people make their effort to make food which are very much digestible, very much healthy for human being. Cloth is other area, you can say textile sector is one other area where people try to make cloth which is very suitable for their environment, very suitable for their body. So in this manner there are many sectors. When we make movies, people try to understand the idea of other human being with the help of story, with the help of contemporary thing. So all these things are made in this world, or all these things are made by the human being for their well-being, for exploring their mechanism. Whether we see movies, whether we see cricket, whether we eat, whether we wear, whether we can say travel, everything is for understanding our mechanism in a best possible manner. Okay. So I hope you understand the whole idea of it and gain some perspective and gain some you can say dimension out of it. So it is very important. Again, I take an example of movies, very important. I talk about it, I just try to explore some dimension of movies. People make movies, you can say many parts of the world we know that people make movie through people. Some people make movies, some people watch movies, some people act in movie. That means actor, director, audience, there are a very much connection in it. So what they try to do, there are 2-3 important things. First, what is happening in the creation, they try to understand that thing in their own way and make a movie on it and deliver to the people. That means they apply their mind in their movies and tell people to show what I thought about that issue. Maybe it is real, maybe it is imaginary, maybe it is the combination of it. Okay. For example, let's say in some area earthquake happen, people are living, and some area something happen, people are living there. So they make a story out of it and talk to that people, and they tell their story to other human beings, so that other people understand the problem of that region, and in future if people want to help, they help. So through movie people also donate and understand the problem of other human beings who are living in other parts of the world. And movies are not made on just a story, movies are made on nature, how people destroy nature and suffer a lot. So movies are a way of communication between in the society, in the nation, in the world, because we know that nowadays we see much, you can say Indians see Hollywood movies, Korean movies, Chinese movies, European movies, because we not just for entertainment, but many people see this movie for their knowledge, for their understanding, because movies are a way of expression of a mind of a human being to other people. And not just director is working, it is the mind of the director. Director is the captain of the ship, but other people are working on it. Actor, producer, other crew member are working on. That means it is a 200 to 250 people are working on a project and try to deliver their idea to the people. If people like it, they go and movie become hit. If people not, then movie become flop. So it is not a liking, just like at many a time it is not just a hit or flop, it is how efficiently that movie is made, how efficiently the story is told by the director to the audience. Because we know that on the name of hit and flop, people if they enjoy movie in their just they travel here and there, they enjoy movie by song, they movie become hit. And it is just social, if movie based on a social cause, movie based on a nature, that movie become flop. So it is not that criteria. There are art movies, there are, you can say, commercial movies. So we have to differentiate between it. What type of movie people like is not depend on which type of movie people like is not depend on its hit and flop. It's depend on its story, its own region, on its problem. So it is very important. We have to understand this dimension of our making, because movie is made by the human being to create awareness. And see, in every every arena we try to do things which is benefit for our life and other human being. In every arena, movie is one of it. Take politics, take business, take sports, take education, take scientific arena, any arena, people try to first understand it, apply their idea and make something it and try to spread this in the whole world. And how this idea, you can say, on which extent this idea impacted the human being, define the successfulness of that idea. For example, in terms of, you can say, internet revolution, earlier it is, you can say, limited, or you can say just limited to the elite people, but now we know that more than 4 billion people are connected using internet and on a social media website. Many people are not, because they are doing, I think, more than 4 billion people, and some people are living because they are not in their area, internet connectivity is not rich, even it rich, it is, they are not using cell phone or other devices on which they uses internet. So, let us say, for example, if it impacted all the people, that means each and every human people, and who want to do it. Some people have something, they have access, they have mobile, but they do not want to connect it with it, it is other matter. But if it impacted every human being, it become a huge success. Okay. So, in this existence, we in this manner we try to, you can say, praise our evolution. We in this manner we have to praise our evolution, because we know that water water is consumed by every human being, air is consumed by every human being, fruit is consumed by every human being. So, whatever we made till now, we try to spread so that it reaches to the every human being. But nature created things, nature created human being. Without all those without all these elements, human being are not even survive, and survival is the utmost priority of every life. After that, they do whatever they want to do, but survival is the most important thing in the life of a human being. Not survival, living. And after living, if they you can say pass this test, then they try to become conscious and explore the mind of the human being, because nowadays we are come to a point where we are very easily survive, because we have a resources, we have ideas, we have a technology, but due to our greed, due to our, you can say, irresponsible behavior, we are just entering in this arena again and again. Now it is high time that people invest most of their time in consciousness, in exploring the dimension of our mind and apply that dimension to making something which enhance our life. Okay, that means, for example, let us say there are 100 obstacles in our life, we are till 10 we are solved, after that we are try to solve 11, 12, but many people after the solving 10 again go back to 1 and they try to solve 1, 2, 3, many people, more than 90% of the people, or more than 95% of the people. But if we pass the level 10, we have to go to 11, not to 1. If you go to 1, it is a backward step, we have to take a forward step. So, awareness, consciousness, motivation, everything is required for it. And first and the most thing required is people are dedicated for doing this, because it is for their well-being. Even it is religion, even it is spirituality, even it is science, all these three things are very much interconnected with each other, because in all these things dedication is required. If you worship, dedication is required. If you do sadhana, dedication is required. If you do research, dedication is required. Scientists, you can say, devote their 40 to 50, or you can say their whole life in just understanding any particular atom. Spiritual people devote their time for understanding this piece of mechanism. Religious people devote their time for understanding creator, for understanding the creator's creation. So, everything is connected with each other, but just its path, just its dimension is different. So, we have to understand this dimension in a order manner, in a, you can say, in a proper order manner, in a proper truthful manner, so that we apply this thought, this idea in the world for the well-being of the human being. Okay. In every religion, the good point is this: everyone talk about creator's creation. But many people who do not understand it, they create a chaos in the world. They create a chaos in the world. So it is important that every human being, whatever they know, whatever extent they know in its true form. Truth is the only authority which rule you, not any other authority. So this is the very important lesson from this lecture. Just truth become the only authority in your life, not any other authority, be it business, be it politics, be it your own idea. No, everything is on one side, or you can say you can destroy everything. Just hold the hand of truth, and if truth rules you, if truth guides you, you will never suffer, you will never fail in your life. So I hope you understand it, you enjoy it, and gain some perspective, some knowledge out of it. So namaskaram, thank you.